Raptors. Some of the fiercest meat-eating dinosaurs were the Dromaeosaurus, or raptors. They weren't as big as some other meat-eaters, but they were deadly killers. This is a huge raptor called Utahraptor. It was bigger than a rhino. Killing machines. Raptors had huge razor-sharp claws and big jagged teeth. They were intelligent, had good eyesight, and were fast runners. This made them really dangerous. Raptors hunted in packs. These velociraptors are attacking a big plant-eating dinosaur called Tyrannosaurus. The raptors cling onto the dinosaur with their claws. Velociraptors had an enormous claw on each foot. Deadly jumps. Experts experts think that raptors attack by running and jumping onto other animals. As they jump, they stuck their legs out and smash into the animal with their claws. Before the birds, most dinosaurs had scaly skin, but some raptors may have been covered in short, fluffy hair. Others may even have had feathers. Experts think that these feathered raptors eventually turned into the first birds. This is a feathered raptor called Sinornithosaurus. It's leaping through the air to attack another animal. Feathered dinosaurs like this one wouldn't have been able to fly. The first birds. Some kinds of dinosaurs grew feathers and began to fly. These were the first birds in the world. Very slowly, these birds changed and turned into the birds we know today. Feathery dinosaurs. Some small dinosaurs looked very like birds. They had feathers on their bodies, arms, and tails, but they couldn't fly. Learning to fly. It took millions of years for dinosaurs to turn into birds. No one is sure how dinosaurs began to fly. It may have happened like this. The first feathered dinosaurs climbed trees and jumped between branches. When dinosaurs grew more feathers, they used their wings to glide between the trees. The first birds could fly through the air by flapping their feathery wings. Here you can see Archaeopteryx, the first bird, the early bird. The first bird we know about is called Archaeopteryx. It had long feathers and wings like a bird, but it also had teeth and big claws like dinosaurs. It flew through the air chasing insects. This is a piece of rock with the remains of an Archaeopteryx preserved in it. Can you see the feather on its wings?
No.
Pointy teeth for trapping insects. Archaeopteryx had a long tail. This kept it steady when it was flying through the air. Archaeopteryx used the long claws on its wings to climb trees. Then it launched itself into the air from there. Tyrannosaurus rex.
Tyrannosaurus rex.
Huh?
Tyrannosaurus.
Tyrannosaurus rex?
Yeah.
Tyrannosaurus were massive, meat-eating dinosaurs that walked around on two legs. The biggest of all was Tyrannosaurus rex, which was taller than an elephant. Giant jaws. Tyrannosaurus rex had a more powerful bite than any animal that lives on land today.
Spinosaurus man good.
Its huge jaws were full of deadly dagger-like teeth. Tyrannosaurs sometimes fought each other. These two are about to fight, or they fight. Long, powerful legs for charging at enemies. Tiny arms with sharp claws. When one
This would win because it's bigger.
When one tyrannosaur killed another, the winner sometimes ate part of its enemy.
What?
They eat the dead one, or whoever lose the fight. Tiny arms. Tyrannosaurus Rex had very short arms, and this has always puzzled experts. Its arms weren't even long enough to reach its mouth, so it can't have used them for eating. Nobody is sure what they were for, hiding and hunting. Tyrannosaurus Rex was too heavy to run very fast when it was hunting. Instead of chasing other dinosaurs, it took them by surprise. First, it hid quietly somewhere. Then it charged up with its jaws wide open. As well as hunting, Tyrannosaurus Rex often ate the remains of dead animals that it found. Giant dinosaurs. The biggest animals that ever lived on land were a group of dinosaurs called sauropods. These giant plant eaters walked on four legs.
Brachiosaurus, man.
They call it different. Sauropods. Huge. The smallest sauropods were only the size of a car, but the biggest ones were enormous. The largest sauropod we know about is Argentinosaurus. Mhm. It was as long as two tennis courts laid end to end. Sauropods had small heads and very long necks. Their necks were useful for reaching leaves on tall trees. Sauropods needed strong legs to carry the weight of their huge bodies. The animals trampled plants and trees into the ground, staying together. Sauropods lived in big groups or herds. When the herd moved around, the younger dinosaurs stayed in the middle of the group. The grown-ups walked on the side to protect their babies from meat-eating dinosaurs. Herds of sauropods moved around, looking for food and water. They have a long tail, and a baby sauropod peg-like teeth for pulling leaves off the trees. The largest sauropods were taller than two giraffes, oh, standing on top of each other. Oh, they're very big. Stomach stones. Sauropods had blunt teeth, so they couldn't chew their food properly. Instead, they swallowed small stones. These rattled around inside their stomachs and helped them to grind up their food. Oh, they swallow stones. And the stones, that's how the food gets smaller. Duck-billed dinosaurs. Some dinosaurs called hadrosaurs are known as duck-billed dinosaurs.
That's the one that the Tyrannosaurus was eating.
Mhm. This is because they had flat beaks like duck's bill, beaks and chewing. All hadrosaurs ate plants. They could chop pieces off even the toughest plants with their hard, sharp beaks. They had powerful jaws for chewing and had as many as 2,000 tiny teeth. Hadrosaurs could grind their jaws from side to side and from front to back. This made them very good at chewing. Incredible crest. Lots of hadrosaurs had spikes or crest on their heads. Some of these crests were hollow inside. Hadrosaurs may have been able to blow air through their crests to make a loud booming noise. Here you can see some hunter dinosaurs creeping up on a group of hadrosaurs.
Like this. Or
This hadrosaurs has spotted the hunters. It makes a booming noise to warn the rest of the group, looking after babies. Herds of hadrosaurs always went back to exactly the same place each year to lay their eggs. When the babies were born, the mother looked after them carefully and brought them food. Here you can see a hadrosaur called Maiasaura looking after her babies in their nest. The nest is made of soil. Each hadrosaur nest had up to 20 eggs inside it. Baby hadrosaurs were about the size of fully grown hens. Horned dinosaurs. Ceratopians were enormous plant-eating dinosaurs with horns on their heads.
They're not very big.
They also had a curved frill of bone around their necks and shoulders.
And they're called Triceratops.
Triceratops. This is before JC. Prehistoric means long time ago, before Jesus. Two ceratopians fighting each other.
Ma, like T-Rex is the T-Rex is is before God.
That's what they said. I really don't know. Spikes and frills. Ceratopians used their sharp horns and bony frills to defend themselves against meat-eating dinosaurs.
It's not this days.
Male
See,
ceratopians.
See, Ma, they don't have spiky things and they have.
Male ceratopians probably fought each other too. This is Triceratops, the biggest ceratopian. Sharp parrot-like beak for slicing through plants, scaring away
With no
enemies.
teeth.
Grown-up ceratopians may have protected their babies by standing in a circle around them. They probably shook their horn heads to scare away meat-eating dinosaurs. Here you can see a group of Triceratops. The grown-up dinosaurs are standing around their babies to keep them safe. This big bony frill helped to protect the dinosaur's head and neck. Triceratops had two massive horns and one smaller one. If you threw this horn on the ground, it would be almost as tall as a grown-up person. Different sizes. There were lots of different ceratopians. Triceratops was as big as an elephant, but some ceratopians were only the size of horses. Stegosaurus. Stegosaurs were large. Stegosaurs were large, plant-eating dinosaurs with lots of big bony plates sticking up their backs. Plates and spikes. A stegosaur's pointy plates helped to protect it from meat-eating dinosaurs. Stegosaurs also had long, sharp spikes on their tails.
Ma, do you know why they have plates?
That's what I'm reading now.
No, but why?
Helps us.
That's why they have.
It says a stegosaur's pointy plates help to protect it from meat-eating dinosaurs.
Gani, inigpaak sa T-Rex. Mutangtang ang ngipon.
They could swing their tails sideways to scare off attackers. This is Stegosaurus, the biggest stegosaur. Sharp tail spike. A stegosaurus' back legs were longer than its front legs. Each plate was a slightly different shape. Slow and stupid. Stegosaurs were big and heavy and could only move slowly. They also had very small brains. Their bodies were almost as big as a bus, but their brains were the size of a table tennis ball.
What?
They're very big like a bus, but their brain is just like this. Here you can see the size of a Stegosaurus.
Our brain is as this big.
Our brain is a lot. It's big.
As here up to here.
No, not bigger than that. It's like in a circle like that. If you make it long, it's probably the whole area here. Here you can see the size of a Stegosaurus brain compared with its body. Keeping warm. Stegosaurus may have used their plates to keep warm. When a Stegosaur, so there's two use of their plate minute to protect from enemies and to keep them warm. When a Stegosaurus was feeling cold, it stood with its plates facing the sun. The plates soak up heat and warm its body. These Stegosaurus are warming themselves in the sunshine. I'm sleepy now. Let's stop now.
Ma, just go to the last first. I want to show you it. Not that. Go still.
Oh.
You passed it. But Go back.
Go.
Ang ipakita na mo.
Turn it off na.
Ay, sa imo na ning last ibasa.
Wala na lagi. Matog mata. We need to save something for us to read tomorrow. Tomorrow night. Good night. It's 9 o'clock now.
Dara! Last na ni.
Ah,
Please. Ay, ako. Sea reptiles.
you read it.
While the dinosaurs lived on land, other prehistoric reptiles swam in the sea. This sea reptile is called a plesiosaur. Next, and flippers. Plesiosaurs were big and big sea reptiles with long necks and 4 paddle-shaped flippers. As they swam, they flapped their flippers slowly up and down like wings.
But it's very late. We're gonna sleep now. Turn off that video now.
Leopolodon was a gigantic plesiosaur. It had the biggest jaws of any animal that ever lived. Sea monsters. The biggest sea reptiles of all were the plesiosaurs. These gigantic hunters had enormous jaws full of deadly teeth.
Since you've been gone, turn that off, Manoy. Matug. We're gonna sleep now. Matug na ta ba?
This one is in